There's a mismatch. There's a disparity between what women want, what they qualify for, and I called it out. A lot of the women that I talk to, a lot of the women that come to me, they want advice, guidance, insight. They want to know, how do I get a guy like this? And I say, first of all, you have to make sure you're a woman like that.
Well, I'm going to guess that didn't go over too well.
Because when a man builds himself up to that level, he has the pick of the litter.
I couldn't agree more. But once again, you guys, you all know we live in this day and age where women have these super inflated egos, and you can blame a lot of it on social media, things like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all these different platforms where, they get men, a bunch of simps. I'm just going to keep it a stack, who will slide up in their DMs and tell them anything and everything they think they want to hear, basically to get them panties. So I came across another video I want to share with you guys. It's basically it's a conversation between Cooley from the No Fugazi podcast. Shout out to him. And he's in a debate with a woman, a modern black woman, who apparently thinks that she can define what a top tier man is. We're going to react to this video. I want you guys to check this out.
Women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you.
Ooh, shots fired.
I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character.
You are so full of shit.
A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship, right? They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself. A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman. A top tier man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dreams.
All that stuff that you just said, that was just womanese talk.
Womanese is also 6'4", black, attractive. I don't know too many women in my circle who desire a 6'4" man still wearing braids.
Ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A. I give you the modern day woman, the mindset. Notice how everything revolves around her. She's the center of the universe. And if you don't treat her as such, you're not a top tier man. This woman is the next Vivica Fox. She'll be 60 years old with her dogs and cats and no man. Because the type of man, as she says, a top tier guy, they don't marry women like you. They don't date women like you. The only thing you're good for is either laying on your backside or down on your knees. The vast majority of you tend to not have any domestic skills to turn a house into a home. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to be a good mother, because everything is all about you. You are the most selfish, narcissistic group of women on the planet. And top tier men do not marry selfish, narcissistic women.
Let him go.
This is the type of woman you get when A, she's been raised by a single mother, or B, she's been raised by a dad who was raised by a single mother. This is what happens when you raise little girls without ever holding them accountable, letting them get away with murder, and telling them they're a princess, they're a queen, and letting them go through life without ever holding them accountable for whenever they do something wrong. Well, this is what happens. You produce women because those little girls grow up to be women who think they can go through life doing the exact same thing, doing or saying whatever they want to say, treating people however they want to treat them, and thinking that they can just get away with it. I mean, you look at the level of arrogance. The fact that this woman says she would never consider a man like him as a top tier man. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but you're not the only woman on the planet. And then she resorts to sign language saying, well, I don't know any friends in my circle who would date a 6'4" man who's still wearing braids. The insults. This is what childish narcissistic women do whenever you give them an uncomfortable truth. Exposing them. They resort to sign language, shaming. That's all they do.
I pop my balloon because there's like no physical attraction. I popped my balloon because I just wasn't attracted.
And I popped my balloon because you didn't really know what you wanted to say. You didn't know what you do. You forgot for a second. You forgot your name. Like, I just don't feel anything, to be honest.
Well, why you say that? What do you mean you don't feel anything?
Like, I don't feel like I want to get to know you. If I see you, I just walk past. It don't give me that energy.
And why did you pop your balloon?
I think we'd be better off as friends.
As friends.
Yes, we've heard that one before.
I popped my balloon because honestly, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. The retwist.
The retwist?
Yeah.
Damn. Is he your type?
It was working for me.
Yeah. God damn it! You can't make this shit up! Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. The sisters played me. But the snow buddy said the type of this is why this is nasty work, man.
I like being strong.
Man, I don't know any group of women that disrespects and devalues their own men the way that black women do, or more than black women do. This is absolutely insane. The same black women who are bitching and complaining about black men dating outside their race are the exact same ones that don't want to give black men a chance. They're the same ones that are trashing us and calling us every negative connotation they can think of. They're the same ones who think that a black man's entire self-worth is tied to how many zeros he has in his bank account.
And the question?
And the question is, women are struggling to find men that they can date.
Okay, couple things. Number one, black women cannot, shall not, should not expect a black man to be able to provide them with the same type of a lifestyle that a Caucasian can provide for the white female.
Oh, they're not trying to hear that, but we're going to keep it moving.
Because the Caucasian benefits from white privilege, the black man suffers from white racism. A black man has to work twice as hard to get half as much. So although I can appreciate the financial equity, but if you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer as an African woman in Australia or America or the UK or Toronto or Johannesburg, looking for a black man who has financial equity with your type of career success, that's going to be difficult.
I want y'all to check out this woman's response. This is typical Western black women. Check out her response.
Too often, black women prioritize a man's income over his masculinity, meaning he can provide. He's willing to help with those children. He will nurture you, look out for you, but he might not be able to put you in a Mercedes. He might not be able to help you with that $1 million mortgage. And I've seen black women turn down good men, very good men, because he didn't have the economics, but he had everything else. Sisters need to be careful not to fall into this European narrative of judging men primarily by how much they make.
Let him.
A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him. Right. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl.
Dr. Umar spitting straight facts. You guys remember the NFL draft last year? Oh, the amount of black women that were mad and pissed off that all these black men were entering the NFL draft about to sign them multi-million-dollar contracts all showed up with Becky. This is why.
But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product.
Right.
Black women have to stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product.
You see how she's already disagreeing? She's not listening to understand. She's listening to respond. This is so typical of the mindset of the Western woman, especially in black women. They don't listen to understand. They listen to respond.
I disagree. And I think that I'm basing it on case studies. I know black women. I'm friends with black women. You know, when I see the dating issues that happen, it's never that. It's never that they don't want to invest. It's actually the opposite. Black women are willing to be in relationships with men that are still leveling up, that are still working their way up. And then
yet you were reluctant. So why are they different?
Bingo.
From you?
Well, maybe because I've been through that and now I'm not trying to do that right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A, you see the selfishness on full display. And this is the problem within the black community And when we talk about the dynamics between black men and black women and why we just can't get together. You see the selfishness. That's pretty much all I got, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Big shout out to all my new subscribers. And like I always say, make your next move your best move.